So, trade deadline regrets. I made a whole list of players that were dealt their point per game averages before the deal and then after the trade. And I'm going to be very frank, most of them stay around the same point per game average. The guy that really hasn't would be Lindholm for the Vancouver Canucks, because before he was dealt to the Canucks, he had a 0.65 point per game average, and then afterwards it's about 0.37. Lindholm has struggled to find his offensive game with the Canucks. And I think there's some factors there in my personal opinion. You get put into a new team, you have a really good offense already. He needs to find his role. But I want to more talk about the realistic expectations you have to have from a trade deadline. Everybody thinks that one player is going to come in and save your season or put your team over the top. I mean, I've had videos talking about that, like, hey, this one additional piece could help put this team over the top. You truly don't know how that player will play with your specific team until they get to that team. Sometimes things just don't mesh. I mean, really thinking about it, think about Bertuzzi when he was with the Bruins last season after the trade deadline. He flourished. Signs with the Maple Leafs, it's been a bit of a rough go. He's been a little bit better as of late, but yeah, not an ideal fit and is most likely going to lose quite a bit of money in the upcoming free agency. But it goes to show, just because something seems like it would be great on paper means sometimes it just truly doesn't translate on the ice. And when I'm looking at a guy like Lindholm, I think he's a good quality middle six center, but you can't expect something dramatic like a guy scoring around a point per game clip. That's just truly not what he is. And with the team so stacked in Vancouver, even if he starts scoring at a half a point per game clip, they have some great secondary scoring and will be a dangerous team in the Western Conference. Trades have to be done with thought in mind. Just speaking from what I saw with the Bruins last year, I think sometimes bringing in too many pieces can be a bad thing. So I like how some teams just added one piece or two. But I think these players are put in difficult situations. Yes, some immediately change teams and just pick up where they left off with their former team. But some players, and I'm looking at a guy like Lindholm, need to build chemistry, familiarity with their teammates. And that's when I think you'll see the best version of him. You got some time left in the regular season. Keep working in practice, keep working in games. I wouldn't give up hope on him yet. Is he going to be the savior of the Canucks? Most likely not, but usually during the trade deadline, it's very rare you're going to find a savior. Unless somehow you can get Sidney Crosby from the Pittsburgh Penguins, Connor McDavid from the Edmonton Oilers, Nathan MacKinnon from the Colorado Avalanche. You know, I can name the premier players in the NHL, like Kucherov from the Tampa Bay Lightning, David Pastrnak, even from the Bruins. It's just, those game changers are usually not available, so you have to look at things in a more reasonable way and be like, okay, if they provide offense, great. But if it takes a little bit of time, you got to understand that they're more of, I would put, cogs in a system than a dynamic game changer, if I want to use Cam Newton verbiage. But I'd like to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I mean, what did you think of some of the backlash some of these trade deadline players have gotten? I generally would be interested. Do you think you should give them more time? Are you upset with a guy like Lindholm? Should he be performing better because he has 19 games played in a Canucks sweater? Yeah, let me know what you think. If you agree, disagree, or somewhere in between. I'm Paul from Lockroom. I'll see you in the next one.